Yo, what is up, guys? So I just recorded an episode on this, and it went for an hour. So I'm just jumping back on to do a quick, like, several minute intro to this because an hour is probably way too long for most people. So I will put it up as well. But look, when it comes to this workbook, the whole intention of reason for creating it is an intro for coaching. So what you find when you start with spirituality or coaching in general is that you're dealing with a lot of thoughts that come up. So these thoughts are about like, oh, I think these things and experiencing these things, and I'm dealing with these emotions, etc., etc. Now, not minimizing any of that, but it's not as efficient because it's a surface level phenomena, not what the it's the symptom, not the root cause. So this is gonna just help you. These questions and things that you're going to go through are going to allow you to open up the rabbit holes a little bit, to peer down to what's going on in there, to help you deal with what's actually going on and not just what's on the surface. So look, it's just a bit of intro as to that's just saying thanks for taking the time for yourself. That one's just giving you a bit of an intro to NLP. So for example, that this one here is NLP. This one's just saying that most of the things which we believe and the behaviors which we enact and the identity which we form are we carry on from the outside world. Our parents told us who we were, our friends told us who we are, media and marketing told us that we should be a particular way, etc., etc., and we've internalized these things. And this is a time where you can get really clear with yourself and choose who it is that you want to be. You can throw out those things and choose to. You can tip out everything from I've got a bit of coffee in here, so I'm not going to tip it, but you can tip everything out of the cup and then fill it with whatever you want. Instead of trying to scoop out that muddy water, just tip it out and fill it with fresh water. So look, this is a wheel of life. It's just basically the different areas or components which add up to making us being a healthy organism. Most people need to have, pretty much everyone to be healthy needs to have an element of spirituality, health being mental, physical, etc., family, social life and friends, love and romance, career, work and studies, finance, fun and recreation, personal development, and their environment. Like, these are the sort of the key components which build that. If somebody has a healthy relationship to all of these, they're typically going to do quite well in life, to put it simply. So, bit of an explanation on them, and then this is just a visualization experience to be able to kind of have a bit of an understanding as to what that looks like. This section is to do with what that looks like for you, and that yes, if you really commit to this, typically you're going to find pain because you're not living. Most people aren't living the lives that we want to live, and there's a lot of things that we can be doing better, and it's painful to accept that. But the thing is, you can either accept it or run from it. So might as well accept it and deal with it. Then this is rating yourself. So it's literally just go through and just rate what number you believe you are in each of these areas. It's just asking what behaviors, beliefs, and relationships do you think brought you to where you are today. So these questions are a series of cueing questions, so that takes you to the underlying phenomena behind these surface level, thoughts and beliefs and behaviors. So this is really, by taking time and working through these following questions, are really going to help you see what's going on underneath, or help you get a bit more clear by prompting your thoughts to investigate what's going on. And then it's also going to be building a few things to be able to make sure that, when you get clear on these things and you do want to make some changes, that you're not just going to get down the road, a week, 2 weeks, or a month and decide, what, this is all too hard, I'm going to go back. It's consequence, because, we have it's the whole thing between masculine and feminine, right? It's cause and effect. Like, and not to open up a massive rabbit hole, but short and simple, if I punch somebody in the face, there's going to be effect. Either they're going to be really hurt and sad and upset, and that's going to, create a lot of trauma. They might lose the plot and beat the crap out of me or shoot me. They might also, I don't know. You get where I'm going with this, right? The wing, what is it, like the wing beats of a butterfly, affect a planet on the other side of the solar system. Like, everything that we do even down to me filming this video has some effect in people's lives, which is going to have some effect in their life, which is going to have some effect in the lives of those around them, so on and so forth. So what effect do you want to have in your own life, let alone other people's? And then from here, it's just a bit more investigation. And then from here, this next section is a bit of, sort of getting clear on what you value, and then also building a bit of a roadmap or a bit of a roadmap or what actions and behaviors and relationships can you foster and commit to that are going to bring you closer, are going to put you on the path. A saying that I heard, there's two sayings coming to mind. One of them I seen on a guy on the internet, said that he got it from Alcoholics Anonymous or something, was that it doesn't matter how far down the road you go, you're always the same distance from the ditch. However, on the same token, it doesn't matter how far down the ditch you go, you're always the same distance from the road. Now, the further you go in the ditch, you can probably do 5 k's an hour in the ditch, but you can do 100 k's an hour or more on the road. So, would you rather enjoy the drive or suffer and struggle and get nowhere? And then it's just a few extra things afterwards, like the golden 30 is simply the first half an hour of your day. Just do something that's challenging and not sexy to the mind, but is going to really be beneficial. Going for a run, meditating, cold showers, cleaning, cooking, maybe messaging friends if you're talking about something important, but I doubt it. That's more so of a expedient thing. So do something that's difficult, which is going to prime your system to want to continue to do difficult but healthy things. Something is difficult and healthy. So, look, that pretty much covers that, and then it's a few other, a few other bang for buck concepts, but this is basically, pretty much like I've said, it's just capping off. It's just a bit of an understanding to where you are now, what kind of things are playing into where you are now, where do you want to go, and what are some things that are gonna, kick you in the bum to going where you want to go. What's the cost of inaction, and what's the benefit of action, and getting clear. And then outside of that is just consistently taking action. Because the thing is like, imagine if someone told you, drive to Adelaide and I'll give you $2 million. You'd be like, yeah, sweet, GPS, gone. You'd be there in a day. You wouldn't even sleep. You'd be like, yeah, I'd get there in like 20 hours flat. Bang, gone. Oh, when I'm on the Sunshine Coast, so near Brisbane. So it's probably about 22 hours to get to Adelaide. But it's like, okay, well, do that and then take the map away from you. You'd be like, okay, well, I'm just going to follow street signs and highway signs. Okay, now take the highway signs away. Oh, well, that gets a bit harder. Then you're going to have to, follow the coastline or something like that. It gets to a point where, now imagine if, someone said to drive to Alice Springs, like the middle of Australia, with no signs, no maps, no GPS. Really, 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 really doubt you're going to get there. You're never going to get that $2 million. What I mean is that if you don't get clear on what you want in your life, then how are you going to get there? You're just going to continually taking random actions, and then you're going to get 20, 30 years down the track. You're going to realize where you could have been in that time, and it's going to be painful. Far too many people do it. I've done it for, I'm only 27, so I'd say that I've sort of somewhat put it off for 7 to 9 years. I'm only going to sort of start the clock from when I'm 18, without going down a full rabbit hole. Like I've forgiven myself for the time which I've wasted, or haven't. More so as a healthier framing again, because I sort of am learning to, in a really way, to embody letting that go. Not wasted, but the time that I've spent suboptimally. Now, not in a way where it's like, Michael Jackson trying to be famous from 5 years old, but it's like, well, there's a certain life that I want to be living, and I haven't been completely living it yet, so, well, let's take some action to start living it now. So, yeah, that's probably it's probably a lot quicker. That's 9 minutes. Sweet, that'll do. So, look, anyone that has any questions or anything like that, there's the links to where you can find me. Feel free to reach out, and anyone that does a workbook, hope you enjoy it. And I'll have to link this to the video and link the video to this. I've got a couple things to add, but I'll get it done. Peace, guys. Love yous.